Hi guys, Steve Blankard again, out at the range, and I've got another antique firearms video to share with you. This time I'm showing you something that's a little bit newer than most of the things you've seen, and something a little bit different. Today I'm going to talk about the U.S. model 1911 45 caliber pistol and the PO8 Luger. Now the ones that I have out here today are both World War I vintage, and so they're old adversaries, you could say. Now there's hundreds of videos out there on both of these pistols, and I'm not going to go into any of the detail and the history and all that. Suffice to say that they're probably two of the most iconic pistols of the 20th century. And these, I want to show you these in a minute here. The 1911 I have here was made in 1917. It's well worn, well used, and may very well have served overseas. The Luger it was made in 1918. It's an Imperial Luger, so again, both from the Great War period. Both these pistols are in original condition. Got the original holsters with them, so it's a pretty neat thing. And I don't shoot them very often, but every once in a while I like to take them out and exercise a little bit, so I thought I'd share that with you. So today, first off, let me come up here a little closer. This is the U.S. model 1911. Note that it's not the 1911 A1 that came out after the war. It's an original First World War period holster. Take this out. Go ahead and drop the magazine. Make sure it's clear. And you can see it's a well-worn original grips. I think the barrel probably has been replaced at some point in its life, but it shoots really, really well. It's an original magazine with it, and it feeds well as too. So a really neat piece. I have a modern of the A1, would I shoot quite a bit more. This one doesn't get a lot of use, but I like to exercise it occasionally. One thing about these early 1911s is the sights are really hard to see, especially for those old guys with aging eyes. It's a very small notch and a very small front sight, so they are a bit more difficult to see. I'll close that. Okay. And the next one is this Luger in its original holster. I'll open this up. Now this is a little bit more of a kit, you could say. Comes with a spare magazine, and this is an original magazine here. It also comes with a loading tool, which I'll show you in a second. But to remove it from the holster, it's pretty tight in there, so it's got a little tab you pull, which actually pulls the pistol up out of the holster so you can grab it and pull it out entirely. So let me go ahead and drop the magazine on this one. Go ahead and open it up, make sure it's clear. Yep, okay. So this is again a 1918, made in 1918 by DWM. It's a very nice shape. It's got a certainly age wear for its age, but it's really nice. It really shoots really well. I think one thing to point out about these two pistols is they were designed with very different philosophies in mind. The Luger, PO8 Luger, was designed well before the war, and it's really a precision-made pistol. Very, very finely crafted, beautifully fitted, and very accurate. It shoots a very tight group. If I'm sitting from a bench in a rest and got my best glasses on, it'll shoot a really tight group. Whereas the U.S. model 1911 was built from the ground up as a combat pistol. Tolerances are quite a bit looser. It's not going to shoot as tight a group, but it's likely to keep firing in the dirt and the mud and the sand of the trenches, whereas a Luger would tend to get jammed up and not function cleanly. The 1911 is made to function under most rigorous conditions. So if I was in combat in a rough condition, I think I'd rather have the 45 myself. So, but we're going to run them both through their paces a little bit today. One thing I wanted to point out also is there's another piece that goes with the Luger, and in the holster here, you can see there's a little pouch here, and this is for the loading tool. I'm going to take this, open this up. There's a little tool in this pouch. This is to aid in loading the magazine. I'm going to show you that now. So we're going to go ahead and load them, and take maybe just say 5 shots at each one of the target here close by. So as long as I got this out, let's do the Luger first. So the way this works is you take this little tool and you slip it over the little button on it. Put it around like that. And that gives you a handle that you can pull down. So you show it lets you to retract the spring, hold it down, which makes it a whole lot easier to load the cartridges in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and load 5 just for a little demonstration here. But this certainly saves wear and tear on your thumb and fingers. Okay. All right, so there's 5 in there now. Now you just take the tool off and put it back in your pouch. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and load up the 45. I don't think this needs any introduction. One thing I will note, the original magazines were only half blued halfway up, and that's how I know this is in fact the original magazine with it. So I'll just put 5 in this one also. All right, let's give it a few shots here. I've got a target set up real close here, just about 10 paces away or so. All right. All right, that's the US model 1911. Let's take the Luger. All right, 5 shots from each one. Both shoot flawlessly. Let's just take a walk down to the target here. I say I'm pretty close to it, so this was no real challenge. But as you can see, they both shoot quite well. Both have challenging sights to see from my older eyes, but as you can see, they would both serve quite well in close combat as needed. But again, if I was in rough and in the trenches and dirt and the mud and the yeah, I think I would rather have the 1911 just because I could rely on it for functionality. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Just a little comparison of 2 old adversaries, but they're fun to bring out and exercise occasionally, give them a little bit of little show and tell with them. So thanks for watching. I appreciate your comments and your watching this. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll have more videos coming out soon. Take care.